Hi guys, my name's Christastrophe. I've been away for a little while. I went up to go and visit a few friends in Northamptonshire to get myself a break and get away from where I live for a while. It's quite fun. Had a few games of Magic the Gathering. Saw some good friends of mine, people I haven't seen since last year. I was asked a question on what my favorite computer games are. Well, up there, not in any particular order, but Fear. It was probably the most intimidating game that I've ever played. Certainly did leave you on edge as you went, through the levels. I mean, there were some very, very scary things in there, especially with Armor and how she was. And upon not knowing through your first playthrough what you're about and how you are, you think you're just in as much danger as every other NPC in the game. So when you see this powerful supernatural force in the game, it is something intimidating. And I mean, it would give you respite moments where it was like, oh, I'm completely safe now, and would coax you into a false sense of security. But then as soon as you're in that box and you felt safe and okay, it would wrench you straight back into the field, and you would feel fear unbridled all over again. Next up, I would say that there was like Fallout in the Elder Scrolls game. Bethesda, I must admit, I'm quite a big fan of Bethesda's games. But I've only played, like 2 of each of the Elder Scrolls and the Fallout games. I played Fallout 3 and Fallout New Vegas, and I played Oblivion, and I played Skyrim. They're really fun games. I'll start off with Fallout. I mean, I'm a massive fan of RPGs, so you could basically level your character up to be anything you wanted to in either of them. One being science, one having magic. It was just really, really fun because you learn all the skills you needed to survive. I mean, in Fallout New Vegas we had our survival skills, and I mean in like the Elder Scrolls, there was alchemy, there was like enchantment. So in Skyrim, that is. They were both very well. Both series were very good from what I saw. I know there's earlier games that I just yet haven't had the privilege of playing. I'd say BioShock is probably up on my list as well. I mean, with the plasmids and everything giving you essentially like powers and stuff, and I know you needed like effectively mana to be able to use those abilities, but still it's really quite cool. You had in there your steampunk feels and your dystopia, your stereotypical things, striking all the way back to 1984, I think it's called, the book and the movie. But no, it's a very, very cool game. I most definitely enjoyed the second one. I haven't got around to playing the new one yet, but the second one I enjoyed more. I think the bolt gun in that was extremely powerful for what it is, as opposed to the handgun that you get in the first game. And now I'm going to go a little bit golden oldie, and I say golden because Golden Axe is up there. I mean, there aren't many games now where you play the stereotypical class of barbarian and like a dwarf. I mean, it would have been cool if they'd added like an elf sort of class, but being a dwarf or a male or female barbarian were pretty good. It's pretty good, and the multiplayer was really good because you guys you had to like work together to get through it, and each character had a different type of magic. It was just really fun to play, and the thought of being on the back of a giant turtle that flies through the sky is pretty trippy as well. Brings me on to, I guess, for my last thing, Streets of Rage. Yet again, another golden oldie. It was a very good beat 'em up with a point system, and you had to fight through gangs of thugs, and you had like mini boss battles and people with all sorts of like different combat traits, but all the general fighters fought reasonably the same. Just a couple of them were a bit more better for different playstyles, I guess. But no, it was really, really good multiplayer. It was incredibly hard to defeat, and I still say that out of the games I played when I was younger, including games like Tomb, can't think of any more off the top of my head, but no, it's most definitely one of the more challenging one, and yeah, Revenge of the Shinobi as well. I think there was that one in there, but no, the Streets of Rage was definitely quite challenging in comparison. Anyway, thank you for watching, guys. I will stop rambling now, and I'll let you get back to your night. If you're feeling, generous, leave a like and subscribe. Thanks. Have a good evening now. Bye.